If you're just joining us, Nepal won the toss. They elected to bowl, and for a lot of that first 10 overs, you'd say they were in charge. They got 2 wickets, the big wickets of Muzaffar Khan and Martin Qudsiya, both openers back in the sheds. But now these two, Bubba Hyatt and Anshuman Rath, getting the runs on the board. He said par is 160, 180 would be preferred if you've got wickets in hand in these final 10 overs. Hong Kong China can go large with their batting lineup. We're ready for that pitch side interview. Muskan being joined by Hong Kong speedster Ayush Shukla.
From Hong Kong, China, right here with us as the score stands 84. Great start off. What do you feel?
I mean, absolutely, yeah. I think it was a good first 10 overs. The last over was very good for us, especially with the batsman set. The next 10 overs should be good for us, and we're looking to get a good score.
And we have been playing, Hong Kong China has been playing with Nepal, a couple of series, couple of games before. Does this feel familiar? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Where is this going to go?
I mean, obviously, we know Nepal are a strong team. They've just qualified for the World Cup. So playing against them is obviously great for us. We've played a couple of games with them over the last year and this year. So, yeah, it's always great. Looking forward to tomorrow and the rest of the series.
That's fantastic. And let's talk a little bit more about your experience so far. You've played with Hong Kong China for a long time now, a couple of years. What's your experience been, and what are you looking forward to more of?
I mean, absolutely, yeah. I came up through the ranks, played under 16, under 19, and now at the men's squad. It's been great, I have a lot of fun. Obviously, I came in pretty young, but I've got a lot of experience over the last 3 years being with the team, and it's great to travel with them, play high quality cricket. Looking forward to a lot more tournaments coming up forward for us. Thank you.
Which one in particular are you looking forward to?
I mean, obviously Asia Cup qualifiers, World Cup qualifiers, but regaining ODI status is our biggest goal. So if we can get that in the next couple of years, it'll be really, really good.
Fantastic. That was Ayush Shukla, and over to you, team.
Thank you. Ayush Shukla joining us on the broadcast. Hopefully we'll see him out there in the red and black for Hong Kong China very soon. Just a bit of a knee niggle, I believe. So resting today, hopefully in for the Tri Nation starting tomorrow. Yadav just went for 4. It's going to go the scoop. Oh, that was dangerous. There's no future in that one. Anshuman Rath, that's the way you got out in a previous series here. Tried to go the scoop and lost the top of his leg stump last time we saw him do it. He's tried again anyway and survived this one. Last time he did that, he had actually scored 100. It was in a one-day game against Malaysia, I believe. And then at 101, tried to go the scoop, lost his leg stump. Yadav, again, this time decides to go conventional, pushes it onto the leg side. Plenty of space. They were thinking about a second. No run there, though, so rotate the strike back to Bubba Hyatt, who had been playing the supporting role before the drinks break, right up until the 10th over. If you're just joining us, he bashed 22 off that final over. 3 sixes and a 4. So, after that, he's now the leading score runner between these two in their partnership. Partnership moves to 55. Stayed a little low, so just pushes it to mid-on. He's way back. Long on has to come in and do the fielding. Another single. 1 ball remaining in the 11th. Gives himself some room, gets onto it, clears the rope for a maximum. Anshuman Rath hits a 6. That's his second maximum. Had a player out there on the ropes, but nowhere near where that ball was sailing. Didn't matter, it cleared the rope nicely. He knew that off the bat. A maximum and a good over again for Hong Kong China. They move to 96 for 2 after 11. These two taking turns at who has the higher score. After that, 6 moves back in front on 33. Rashid Khan coming into the attack from the Argyle Street end. First time we're seeing him today for Nepal. Right arm medium fast. Looks like he's going over the wicket to the right-handed Bubba Hyatt. They've got protection at long on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square leg. And they've also got a long off, hiding behind the sight screen from our commentary position. As we saw in the 10th over, it didn't really matter. They're bringing that long off in, actually. They decided it might be better to have a catching position. Right on the circle. Deep point as well. Khan comes in, short, smashed, bang, gone! Smashes in to the Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground offices. Leaves a dent, bounces back in. Massive. That's gone 10, 15 metres up over the rope. Too short from Rashid Khan. Bubba onto it in a flash, and he moves back in front in this race between these two. 35 off 16, going at 219 strike rate. Remember, he started in singles. There's a big appeal. Oh, and there could be a run out as well. That was chaos. Watch on the replay. Bit high. Hit back pad, but then the run out. Anch decided there was a run. Well, Bubba was waiting to see what his fate was on the LBW decision. Almost got run out. So a little chat between Anshuman Rath and Bubba Hyatt. It was a good delivery from Rashid Khan. Gets that one just a little bit fuller and can wrap the pads. He might get that LBW decision from umpire Niaz Ali at the Argyle Street end as Khan comes in again. It is fuller this time. Bubba just gets an inside edge onto his pads this time, and another dot. Started with a massive, and now racking up some dots. Good comeback bowling. Of course, that 6 brought up the 100 for Hong Kong China. Like to see milestones brought up in spectacular style, and Bubba Hyatt did it in style. 3 balls remaining in the 12th. Tries to swat it. I think he almost tried to go on the offside there, but ended up going on out to deep mid-wicket for a single. Rotate the strike back to Anshuman Rath. Moves the partnership to 69. Khan to Rath, gave himself some room. I think it's 1 bounce over the rope for 4. It is. It was in the air, but he picked the gap beautifully. Another boundary to Anshuman Rath in Hong Kong China. So as soon as it had left the hand, it's going to be a bit short. Didn't get up, it didn't bounce as high as perhaps Anshuman Rath was hoping. But the placement was everything. 2 fielders out there, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and he picked the gap right between the 2 of them. And now it's forced a change. Rashid Khan going around the wicket. And that one's on the leg side as well. Tried to sweep it finer, but hits it straight to that deep square leg for a single. Handy over in the end. 12 runs coming from it for Hong Kong China. They're 108 for 2 after 12. Anchaman Rath, 38 off 29. It's Pratis GC coming into the attack from the softball ground end this time. Ease down to long on for a single. Wickets in hand for Hong Kong China. They might look to push over 200 if they can. Really put some pressure on. Weather holds. Hopefully we don't have to see any DLS projections. It's that kind of day here in Hong Kong. Lots of showers earlier today. There's Pratis in again. Big call of run from Anchaman Rath, but in the end, it was a bit quick out there to mid-wicket. So just the single. Crowd continues to build on a coolish Saturday afternoon here in Hong Kong. 2:30 p.m. Feels like 6:30 p.m. The weather. Oh, he tried to go huge on that one. I think it stayed a little low on Rath. Skidded on perhaps. Lucky to get bat on ball in the end. Another dot. He was tidy in his second over, Pratis, and into his third now. Just the two singles with 3 balls remaining. Looking tidy again. Over the wicket to Anch, gave himself some room, chopped up in the air. This could be the 3rd wicket to fall. It is! Pratis gets the wicket, the crowd goes mad, and Anchaman Rath has to go on 39. Hong Kong China, 110 for 3. Tried go big again, gave himself some room, but chopped it up in the air. Almost like his back foot slipped a little as well. Skied it up in the air, easiest of catches. And the crowd were very happy with that one. Rath has to go and coming to the crease. It's the wicketkeeper, Jamie Atkinson, back in the side for this tour. Was unavailable to go to Qatar, but takes his place coming in. Number 5 for Hong Kong China. In a good place. 7.2 overs remaining, 110 on the board. Atkinson can always go big, is always dangerous. Was a player of the match in one of the games against Japan in the East Asia Cup recently here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. There's plenty of batting to come too, big hitting. Got the likes of Yasin Mirza, Nazrullah Rana. Saw him practicing in the nets a few days ago. Trying to become a full all-rounder, bowls fast and can hit big. Might see him later on, but at the moment it's Atkinson on strike. Gets through everything. It's actually clipped the keeper up on the chest. Got through very quickly with the left arm. Just jumped up on everyone. Bandari with the gloves on for Nepal. Doing a good job keeping that close up to the stumps for this speed. Eased through the gully region. Rashid Khan was waiting, so no run there. A very good over for Nepal, and Pratish 2 runs from it, plus a wicket after 13. Hong Kong China 110 for 3. You can see Azaz Khan. I mentioned how still to come, Yasin Mirza and Nazrullah Rana, but also the run machine that is Azaz Khan. He's been in great form in the 2023-24 season, both internationally and domestically. It's a powerful batting lineup from Hong Kong China today. Rashid Khan will continue from the softball ground end, 1 over, none for 12. It's always a tough ask bowling from the Argyle Street end. They've pushed long off and long on, back on the ropes. Bertel down here near our commentary position at long on. They've got a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, which means there are runs if you can pierce the infield on the offside. This is a deep point.
It's a forward point down on the ropes. Here's Khan. Comes down, goes bang! That's gone a long, long way. That one might be out on Ting Kwong Road. That is huge. Bubba Hyatt. Somebody down on Ting Kwong Road has a souvenir ball because that has left the ground. 3 steps down. Absolutely smoked it. Keep running whoever's going to get that ball because that might be up in King George V school that went so far. And as we've seen from Hong Kong, China, when a wicket falls, the next batter comes in, just holds their crease, and the next batter steps up. So Bubba, it started just before the drinks break, started with like 5 singles, and then smashed 22 off one over from this end, and he's doing it again. Trying to figure out where to bowl to Bubba. There's not much forward of square or point he hasn't smashed a 6 from so far. He's also got a bit of wind assist as it gusts in again. Still discussions. Captain standing right near Rashid Khan, giving him instruction at mid-off. Ready to reset. Comes down again, but makes it a Yorker ball, so the captain is in the play there at mid-off. Keeps it to a single. Atkinson back on strike. We see Jamie try to go big as well, or is he going to try to pass the strike back to his Kowloon Cricket Club teammate, Bubba Hyatt? We talk about how the top order for Hong Kong China plays a lot of domestic cricket together. The middle order, Bubba Hyatt, Jamie Atkinson, Azaz Khan, all plying their trade at Kowloon Cricket Club here in Hong Kong. Played plenty of cricket together. Domestically, Atkinson opens with his batting lineup for Hong Kong China. Number 5 it is. Everyone gets shuffled down Bubba. Sometimes bats at number 3 for Kowloon. He's at 4. Azaz usually at 4. He's at 6. Wrapped on the pads. And yes, the nod goes up. The finger's gone up. Jamie Atkinson's been given out. LBW for a duck, and the 4th wicket falls for Hong Kong China. They're 117 for 4. Watch on the replay. The angle felt like it might be strained down leg, but umpire Niaz Ali right in the position to see it. Shuffled across. I don't think that helped Atkinson. Finger goes up. 4th wicket falls. Action pack, 14th over. 6-1 wicket. As he said, as one Kowloon Cricket Club batter heads back to the sheds, another one comes out. The all-rounder, the master, Azaz Khan, having a chat to his teammate Bubba Hyatt. 6 wickets in hand. 6.5 overs remaining. I think to start with, at least for Azaz, the plan might be just get bat on ball, rotate the strike back to Bubba. He's been out there for 22 deliveries. Bubba Hyatt going at a strike rate of 200. Another wicket here for Nepal. They'll feel like maybe they can restrict Hong Kong China to that par score of 160. But the batting doesn't end. Bat down to number 10, Hong Kong China. Khan with the wicket, full, just eased down to a wideish long on for a single, gets off the mark, rotates the strike. Azaz Khan, easy as you like. That was a good delivery from Khan, nice Yorker length. Seen quite regularly of late, Azaz Khan, seeing them like beach balls.
Just eases it into a vacant area. Everybody's patrolling the ropes. So we'll see what happens with these final 2 deliveries. Rashid Khan's 2nd over. At the moment it's evenly poised, 8 runs from it, plus a wicket. You can see the VIP tent. All the VIPs down there enjoying a late afternoon lunch. chairperson of Cricket Hong Kong there. Virji Shroff talking to Anoop Gidwani on the board, the director of Cricket Hong Kong. They'll be enjoying all the action. And there's a chat there. Umpire Niaz Ali says it's time to bowl. We'll be bowling to Bubba Hyatt on 44. And gets the dot ball. No. Pushes it too wide. Have to re-bowl. It has been tidy bowling from Nepal. That's just the fourth extra, 4 wides in total as they try to stay outside of Bubba Hyatt's arc. Time's just a little wide as we get towards the death overs. We'll be seeing more of that Yorker length outside off. This one re-bowled by Rashid Khan. Comes down, goes bang. That's the way to bring up your 50. Bubba Hyatt puts it out of the ground with a maximum. He moves to 50 off 23 deliveries. Big cheers as the Hong Kong China dugout finds out that's his 50. Another one smoked out of the ground. Bubba Hyatt shifts across. Inside out. Gets it over the top of long off to bring up his 50 off just 23 deliveries. 1 4, 6 sixes. His 50 runs, 36 of them, have gone over the rope for a maximum. 1 ball remaining in the 14th. What does Khan do this time? And bowls are wide, tries again to keep it outside of the arc. The big hitting Bubba Hyatt. Puts another extra on the board. There's the VIP tent again. Decided to sit down. Plenty of puffer jackets. Wise. One of the Cricket Hong Kong China VIPs. More support staff from Cricket Hong Kong in the blue. Cricket Hong Kong's Ravi Nagdev there, enjoying some late afternoon lunch. 1 ball remaining in the 14th. Bubba will retain the strike, takes a single to end a very good one in the end for Hong Kong China, even though they lost the wicket of Jamie Atkinson after 14. Hong Kong China 127 for 4. Bubba's asking for a drink. Umpire Niaz Ali says, hang on, no. So now the gloves come out. He's going to switch to the cap. Doesn't need new gloves. Coming back into commentary to join me, Jay Dancing Honey. That's we're in a good spot here. Both Nepal getting the wickets down and the runs on the board for Hong Kong China, evenly poised.
Yeah, no doubt. That wicket, of course, of Jamie Atkinson, it was big. But I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. I don't think it's evenly poised. I think it's the home side who just about have their noses in front. It's because of that man on the screen. He took just 23 balls to bring up his half-century. And of course, last October against the UAE, he smashed 60 off 20 balls. So he's been in murderous form in international cricket. Babar Hayat. Very close to the peak of his powers. But a left arm spin now. Here's Sagar.
Well, he was, and then he's decided to go over and have a chat to the captain, so reset. How's he going to bowl? He's got more protection from that longer softball ground end boundary. Bubba bringing up his 50 in style. Now on strike. Backs away, gives himself some room. Just the single.
Yeah, I think you're going to have better luck bowling to Babar Hayat from the softball court end. Loves those short, straight boundaries. Look at that. The crowd just keeps picking up. I see a Nepal jersey in there as well. That man is so passionate that he's ditched his down jacket to show everyone I'm here to support my team.
Zaz Khan whips it off the toes. Just rotate the strike again, get his single. He's 2 off 2 now.
Yeah, it's not the kind of weather where you go bare-chested wearing a bomber jacket. You only do that if you got serious passion for this Nepal team. Look at that. Down jackets, sweatpants, a couple of face masks on.
The camera panned a little further. There's a couple of blokes standing around in shorts, which I think is suboptimal. Sagar to continue. Bubba back on strike, gives him a full toss, gets away with that one. Just pushed it down to long on for a single.
It can happen sometimes, the full toss. Just takes you by surprise as a batter. And the irony of the situation, Babar Hayat has been hammering everything. Except for that full toss. Got some youngsters here as well.
Full, down leg, wide.
Yeah, it's so good to see. We've got a big Nepalese diaspora here in Hong Kong, China. A lot of them, of course, came over during the war, fighting for the British. They stayed in Hong Kong.
Faster, stayed a little low on Azaz, but chopped down on it, gets through for the single.
I think Nepal fans as well. I don't think recently you've seen the new and improved Azaz Khan. He's a proper top-order player now, as Azaz. He's not just that man who comes in for a useful cameo at 8, 9, and 10. He's a serious, serious batter, Azaz.
Round the wicket to Bubba. Tries to keep it wide, does keep it wide. Good delivery in the end. Dot ball.
Yeah, good stuff, Sagar Dakhal. Speaking of Mohammad Ghazanfar, the Hong Kong China leg spinner earlier, and he talked up Sagar. Gaz, of course, has played with so many of these Nepal lads at the under-19 and age group levels.
Gives that one a bit more air, a bit fuller. Still just singles off this over. And that is a single to finish off the 15th. Hong Kong China 133 for 4. 5 overs remain. Where can Hong Kong China get to from here?
Zipped up my jacket. It's getting chillier and chillier here at TKRG. And Hong Kong, China, they're going at just a shade under 9 runs and over. After they lost the toss and they were put into bat, if you gave them this scoreline at this stage, they would have taken it. They're in a position to go 185, 190, maybe threatening 200. Babar Hayat, the dangerous Babar, on strike. Is he going to go big again? Drill down the ground. Oh, great stop. Mid-off. I think that's Rohit over there. Fantastic. Saved at least 3 runs. You just saw a second ago Babar Hayat's father off screen now. But more support there for Hong Kong, China. I think it's about 50-50 at this stage. Half of all supporters, they're here for the home side. The other half, they're here for the visitors. There's a reason why it's called the Friendship Cup. These two teams know each other so well. That's just a bit too short there. Vivek already with a big wicket of Jamie. It's a very promising all-rounder. Vivek. Beg your pardon, Rashid Khan. Very promising all-rounder, Rashid Khan. Yeah, a bit of a commentator's curse there. That one going down the leg side. Yeah, he's got that hood on. Don't blame him. Don't blame him. Some people in Hong Kong, they wear face masks just to stay warm. It's a good tactic. Getting a thumbs up there. Some of these Nepal supporters. Nepal, those are the chants. They're happy. They know they're on TV. bang, he goes high, he goes long. Berthel, once again a spectator. And again, oh, I think that's hit a car. I think that's hit a car. Oh, there you go. That's what happens when you park close to the Tin Kwong Recreation Ground. That's what happens when you bowl in the slot. Easy pickings for Azaz Khan. Goes through with that shot and picks up his first maximum. Things looking very dangerous now. 9 runs have come off this over already. Just the 2 legal deliveries have been bowled. Yeah, a bit concerned now. Some of these Nepal fans, they're tuning into the live scores, tuning into the live stream. It's guided, backward point, can't prevent the single. That's been the story in the last 15 or 20 minutes. You get the feeling there runs off nearly every single delivery. That man, he's very brave. Need more than just a hoodie in this weather. You gotta love that about Nepal fans. They're not just partisan fans, they just love seeing good cricket. A lot of them are really enjoying this Babar Hayat innings as well. Ah, there you go, I think that might be Akbar Khan there. The USRC's Akbar Khan. Six off the over already. Is that going to be a boundary? Oh, good effort in the deep. I think that's Gulsan Zah. But he looks to the skies, couldn't prevent the boundary. That's a 6 and a 4 already in this over. 14 off it, still 2 balls left. See what he was trying to do. He was trying to go block hole. Yeah, it wasn't full enough. It was a bit too wide. Allowed him to free his arms. Picks up yet another boundary here at his Babar Hayat. Look at that, 59 off 30. Again, goes big. That's in the air. It's a chance. Oh, puts in the dive. Just goes on the half volley, though. It's a good effort to prevent the boundary. Yeah, they like that. They like that. The Nepal fans, they love that effort. They didn't love that result, though. I think they're so happy as well after 7 long years. Their team, their heroes are in Hong Kong, China. Still 4 overs left after this. Can they get up to 200? I think he might have found the gap there, Azaz Khan. Yeah, he's hit it better than I thought. Behind square. 150 up now for Hong Kong, China. Azaz moves on to 14. A mammoth 19 off that over. See on this replay as well. Rashid Khan. 2 straight, too easy. Azaz Khan. He's been in brilliant form, hasn't he? Both domestically and internationally. Some of the Hong Kong under-19s fresh off that tour to Thailand. Was it Thailand? Yeah, absolutely. Ah, it's getting windier. One of our tents is blown away here at TKRG. Yeah, those tents were weighted down as well by sandbags. More importantly, it's Babar. Big Babar on strike again. And again he gets a boundary. This time sliced away for 4. Or is it more than 4? Yeah, no, it's gone all the way. There you go, John Prakash. Confirmation coming from the standing umpire. Boundaries continuing to flow here for Hong Kong, China. Look at this. Bang goes Babar. Doesn't even move. And that's the thing, when Babar Hayat is in this sort of mood, you're not going to get your 10,000 steps a day, Babar. Keep hitting it that far. And I think it's a bit of a nervous smile there from that man, that spectator. Might have been a Nepalese fan there. He's conflicted. He's loving this from Babar. He just wishes it wasn't against his team. Oh, it's a rare dot ball. Good bit of work off his own bowling there from the left arm spinner. Look at that winning and score predictor, 198. Slows it up. Back-to-back dots. And it gives him a bit of a stare as well to Sagar Dakhal. Not sure that's going to change Babar's approach. 66 off 34. Bang! This time doesn't miss out on that full toss. The crowd are looking over their heads. Keep looking. That's gone out of the ground. Arms up again to John Prakash. Moves into the 70s now, does Babar. This is how he got there. Sagar Dakhal this time doesn't get away with yet another full toss. I love what Babar did. He worked himself across his crease. He was targeting the leg side, wasn't he? This is a big, big score here from Hong Kong, China. And look at this acceleration as well. They've gone absolutely bonkers in the last 7 or 8 overs. They were 61 for 2 after 9. 103 runs have come in the last 46 balls. Bit of an anticlimax there, just a single. That's the thing, it's usually that middle overs phase that tends to be the most economical in T20 cricket. Hong Kong, China, they flipped the script. Last ball of another expensive over, 13 off it. Can they close it out with a boundary? Ooh, it keeps low. It's done well there. The left arm spinner. Take a look at this replay. How close was that to the inside edge? Yeah, just skidded off the surface, didn't it? Something to keep in mind if you're Yasim Murtaza or Ehsan Khan. The left arm spinner and offie respectively. Nonetheless, 13 off the over, 3 overs left. It's 165 for 4. You can see brilliant air quality in Hong Kong, but that's not the discussion point here. The discussion point is that 17-degree weather. That's misleading as well. It doesn't feel like 17. It feels like it's 12 or 11 at this stage. Who's gonna bowl these last 3 overs? Looks like we have a change in bowling. Pratish, GC back into the attack. The big question for Nepal, how do you stop Babar Hayat? 73 off 36. A strike rate in excess of 200. He scored 1 century already in T20Is. Again, too much width. Bit of wicked spin on that, but deep backward point keeps it down to 1. He's going pretty well himself. 14 off 7. I don't think you're going to see a situation where he looks to give the strike to Babar. He's going to go big himself. Oh, did well there, the left armer. Ah, spoke too soon. Signaled wide by the umpire. See what he was trying to do there. That first delivery as well. He was aiming for that wide Yorker. 50 partnership up as well between these two. .50 off just 22 balls. Imagine that. Just a single there, down to deep extra cover. I think that seems to be the plan now for the left armer. He knows that if you bowl straight and in the slot, these Hong Kong batters, they're not going to be afraid to go down the ground. But if you're Babar, you're Azaz. I'm sure you're anticipating that wideish delivery as well. You have more protection from Nepal's perspective on those square offside boundaries. Moves across his stumps, accesses the leg side. And I think that's gone all the way. Yeah, absolutely. Niaz Ali gets his arms up. Just like that, he's into the 80s. The left arm again trying to angle it across Barber. He's too good, isn't he? Works his way across his stumps. Not for the first time today either. That's the benefit of being the home side, of being aware and just being used to the dimensions of this outfield. Where does he go now? Does he go wide again? He does go wide. Is it too wide? No, it's okay. It's okay. 2 balls left in the over. Good result that for Nepal. Good thinking as well from the left armour. That's the thing. I think if you're going to go wide, you've got to go full as well for that full Yorker. Again, you can see him just looking over his shoulder, looking leg side. Drill down the ground. Bertel does well. Gets out that long barrier. It's just a single. That's the thing, if you're Nepal, you don't mind giving away singles at this stage. It's all about protecting that boundary. 10 runs off the first 5 deliveries here. Can he close it out with a dot, a single, maybe a wicket? That's wide. Oh, work to do. Oh, he's found the gap there, Azaz Khan. Placed it to perfection. Just like that, 14 off the over, 2 overs left. Hong Kong, China, 179 for 4. Let's take a look at this replay. Again, going wide. Couldn't find that Yorker length. That's the thing, if you bowl length, you bowl wide. Give Azaz and Barber the opportunity to free their arms. Aaron Bush back in the box, 14 off that over, Aaron.
Fantastic. Azaz finding that gap, that was brilliant because there were 2 fielders waiting, lurking. And he's just picked the gap. We've seen that a few times today in the Hong Kong China batting innings. Picking the gap to perfection, getting the boundary, keeping the runs flowing. 2 overs remaining, 200 definitely on the cards here with plenty of wickets in hand.
That partnership just keeps growing. It's been a murderous 24 minutes. 62 the partnership of just 27 balls. The left arm spinner again. Bang! That's high. Oh, that's very, very long onto the roof of that softball canteen. Barber, big Barber, gets another 6.
Look out, softball players, because that's gone into the softball ground. Barber destroying it. Wasn't too full. Just got to the slot, drilled it, long boundary. We see wickets fall regularly trying to clear that rope. He didn't just clear the rope, he cleared the rope, cleared the fence and onto the roof of the softball ground canteen.
Ten sixes now for the big, dangerous Babar Hayat. Bang. Should just be 1. Oh, nasty bounce at the last minute. It bursts through the hands of that unlucky long off fielder. Oh, that was really nasty. Just glad it didn't hit him in the face there.
Got a feel for Vivek Yadav there. He had it under control. It was hit straight to him and then it's just taken a bounce off the ground over his shoulder. Like you say, lucky not to get it in the face. Another boundary in the scorebooks for Hong Kong China. 10 off 2.
Oh, Babar Hayat kicked off his innings with a bunch of singles, just working the ball around, but he's gone absolutely crazy. 10 balls left in the innings. Oh, it looked like an edge on that. Just edge down onto the ground. Maybe. The bat just hitting the surface. It's a rare dot ball. That's the thing when Babar's in this sort of mood. and there's a dot ball, you don't really expect it. You're caught unawares. It's a good result though for Nepal. Still 10 off the over already. More than 10 now. Much more than 10. 11 sixes for Babar Hayat. Moves on to 97. And this over just getting bigger and bigger. 16 off it so far. 2 balls left.
Similar stroke, this one was a bit full, and he has delivered it. It didn't go onto the roof this time, but definitely cleared the fence at the back there. Smashed it. Gone. Another 6 in the books for Babar Hayat. 97 off 44.
Yeah, he's barely moved, Babar Hayat. It's on 97, eyeing up that century. A bit of an anticlimax. He's going to have to re-bowl that, the left arm spinner. See what he's trying to do. He doesn't want to bowl in the slot to Babar. If he gets there, it's going to be his second T20I ton. Called through for a single. Ooh, they're thinking about a second. Wisely decide against it. Just one. Moves on to 98 now. 1 ball left in the 19th.
What does Azaz Khan do here? You wouldn't think he's taking a single. Want Babar on strike for the final over. We'll see what he does. On strike, Azaz Khan on 19.
I think he's going to go big. He's going to try and go for that boundary. Azaz. See him just eyeing up the offside. Does go offside. It's only going to be 1.
He made
One
a fool
over
of me.
left. Yeah.
I said he wasn't going to take a single. Want to have Babar on strike for the final over, but Azaz Khan will retain strike.
Yeah, 1 over left. It's 198 for 4. He's calling for a helmet now. Babar Hayat. It's also the end of the spell for Sagar Dakhal. 3 overs, none for 38. And it's a tough day at the office for the left arm spinner. But he's ran into a rampant Babar Hayat.
Jay, we talked about it at the beginning of the innings. Now the problem for Nepal, they have to bowl this final over from the Argyle Street end, the short boundary end. We've seen it punished during this batting innings, and Chan's got the ball in hand. The debutant being given the honours to bowl the death over from the Argyle Street end to Azaz Khan.
Yeah, the T20I debutant for Nepal. He's played 2 ODIs, of course. And one of the stars of Nepal's impressive Under-19 World Cup campaign. Six balls left. Lets it go. Still 6 balls left.
Score creeps up to 199. 6 legal deliveries still remaining. Trying that death over bowling. Wide. Yorker outside off, but starts too wide.
You spoke about taking a single off that last ball of the previous over. Yeah, if you're Nepal, you're not going to mind that too much. Full toss, drilled. Rohit Kumar Poundal, the skipper, does well to keep it down to 1, and 200 up now for Hong Kong. They lost the toss, Hong Kong, China. They were put in to bat. You can see that dugout as well. They'll be quite pleased with this scoreline. They're getting excited now. You know why they're getting excited? Because it's Babar on strike. Big Babar on 98. He's looking leg side. He's got boundaries all around. He's gone straight. He's gone leg side. He's gone offside. Here he is on 98. What a way to get to a century! Babar Hayat with his second T20I century. An innings of the highest order. He looks towards his father, gets down on the ground, salutes the dugout, thanks the Almighty as well. Babar Hayat, we've seen something absolutely special. He's been in brilliant form
one of Hong Kong's finest, a certified legend, stepping up to the plate against Nepal. 104 of 46 balls, 12 maximums, 3 boundaries. Absolutely fantastic, Aaron Bush.
What an innings we've seen from Bubba Hyatt. Coming in, number 4, bashing it. 104, strike rate over 200. As you say, 12 maximums, including a beautiful one to bring up his century.
Look at that crowd. A lot of them, they're here to see Nepal. They've seen something special from Babar. Again, he goes big. And again, he goes all the way. Moves on to 110. 13 maximums. He's got a smile on his face, Niaz Ali.
Anytime you don't see Niaz Ali enjoying a big six is when he's bowling. And this one here, at a bird's eye view, Shane comes in, Bubba shuffles across, tries to go that tram line, but Bubba was there waiting. Bang! Over long off, 6.
Only his 3rd game at the senior international level. Akash Chand is realizing very quickly this is very different from under-19 cricket. Babar Hayat would command a place in a lot of full member teams as well. 3 balls left. Oh, he's missed that. Yeah, tried to work it away. On the leg side there did Babar. Bit of an anti-climax there.
Good delivery in the end. Followed Bubba across. It was wider than the tram line, the blue line there, but because Bubba had shuffled across, missed it. Dot ball. Valuable with 2 balls remaining in the 20th.
Yeah, 14 off the over so far, so still a very good one for Hong Kong, China. Wow. More than 150 runs coming in the last 10 overs. This time he doesn't miss out. Or does he? It's in the air. Oh, that's just held up in the air and been taken. But Babar Hayat, what a fantastic innings. 110 off 49. 1 ball left in the innings, 212 for 5. Aaron, special innings.
Brilliant innings for Bubba Hyatt. Comes to an end, tries to put one more over the rope over long off, but just skies it up in the air. Long off coming in off the ropes, takes a nice catch there. A captain's catch to get rid of the very dangerous Bubba Hyatt. And that brings Yasin Mirza to the crease as Bubba gets a big round of applause from the Hong Kong China dugout. Well-deserved, brilliant innings from Bubba Hyatt.
Yeah, big stage as well against a leading associate nation to step up like this and play this sort of a knock. Absolutely incredible. And he's been building up to this as well, hasn't he, in the last few months. We talked about that 15-ball half-century against the UAE at Mulpani. Today he's gone one better. He's got 3 figures. And he's given the home side a clear advantage already in the first half of this game. What a statement from both Babar and Hong Kong China. You got to give credit to Akash Chand. Stormed back. 2nd wicket for him.
Yasin Mirza gets the pleasure of facing only 1 delivery.
Last ball of the innings. Yasim on strike. Akash Chand with the ball. He's gone straight. Is it going to be another catch? Yes. Ends with back-to-back wickets there. Big cheer as well from the Nepalese contingent. Good stuff, Akash Chand. Finishes on 3 for 27 in his 3 overs. That's a really good return. Probably the pick the bowlers for Nepal. But the big story, Hong Kong China has smashed 212 for 6 in 20 overs. That's the last wicket. That wicket is purely cosmetic. Massive, massive last 10 or 11 overs for Hong Kong China. Both Azaz Khan and the rest of that Hong Kong dugout can be very, very proud of themselves. Huge, huge statement here from the home side on a cold morning here at TKRG. Let's take a look at that wagon wheel. Oh, Babar Hayat, look at that. Boundaries, runs all across the wicket, all around that outfield. He loved going straight, Loved going over long off and long on. Went leg side as well, clearing a deep mid-wicket on multiple occasions. Went behind the wicket for that scoop that went over the rope. Thrashed one over deep cover, another one over deep extra cover, and for good measure, went over deep point as well. 13 sixes for Babar Hayat. I gotta say, I love what I've seen so far in this first innings, but Nepal, they're not out of it. There's always a chance they can fire back in that second innings. Speaking of which, don't go too far. We will be with you in a second for some halfway point analysis. Aaron Bush and I will be talking to you about how this first innings has gone down.